Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's episode is going to be a masterclass, and originally I'm supposed to record this and sell it as a masterclass video on Seller or any other platform. But because of my good heart, my passion for this industry, I've decided to make it as a free video for everybody who wants to invest or already investing in oil palm industry in Nigeria. On today's episode, we are going to be looking at the 4 key pillars that is responsible for your success and profitability in the oil palm farming industry. So if you want to do anything in the oil palm farming industry, you want to have a plantation, you want to go into oil palm farming as an estate owner, as in into the farming and the processing of it, these are the 4 key things that will determine how successful and how profitable the venture will be. In case you're watching for the first time, my name is Dawal Olawa, and this channel is dedicated to promote sustainable and profitable agriculture. This is Nigeria #1 oil palm farming YouTube channel. Without wasting much of your time, let's get to business. As we all know that the strength of any standing building lies in its pillars. So we have it in oil palm farming. There are 4 critical factors, 4 critical pillars that is responsible for oil palm farming, for success in oil palm farming. And each of them are interrelatory. None of them is more important than the other. That is one of the mistakes so many people make. And I will be telling you each of the pillars, and I will be making some explanation based on that. The first pillar we'll be looking at is the planting material, the type of planting material you are using. The second one is the environmental condition. The third one is agronomic management. And the fourth one is the efficient processing and your dedicated team. Now, getting back to the first one, this is the type of seedlings you are planting. Now, what makes this one very important is that no matter the amount of care you are providing for your plantation, no matter the amount of management, no matter how good the environment is, if the planting material is bad, if what you have on your farm is the local variety, is the unimproved variety, it will just be a case of you trying to give a child that have the gene of dwarfism in him or her. You are trying to give such child multivitamin. You are trying to give to take the child to an international school to give him multivitamin. That gene that is dominant in that child will dictate how tall the child will be at the end of the day. Maybe the father and the mother, both of them are short. You don't expect the child to now inherit tallness from nowhere. So that is why this one is very important. So if you get this wrong, no matter how much fertilizer you are putting, no matter how much care, taking care of the farm, an unimproved variety will not produce for you maximally. Same thing if you have a good planting material. Many people make this mistake, and that is why many people are looking for super gene, Toronto super gene, Malaysia super gene. They think if they have the best planting material, if your planting material is from heaven and you are not taking care of the farm, you are not applying fertilizer, you are not taking care of the farm, efficiency is not there, that planting material cannot give you any magic. It will just be in the case that, okay, this child have potential, but you didn't send the child to school. So know how that potential will not show in the child. So that is that about the planting material. The improved planting material, the recognized one is the hybrid tenera F1. Make sure you plant the F1. And that is why it is very, very important when you are buying your planting material, your seedlings, make sure you are dealing with reputable nursery, people that know what they are doing. So the second factor, which is the second pillar we'll be looking at, is the environmental condition. This covers a whole lot of things. Now, as I've said in my previous video, I usually tell people we have agroecological conditions, we have agroecological locations, and we have the good areas, the better areas, and the best areas for oil palm farming. Now, when we are talking about environmental conditions, we are talking about the climate. We are talking about the volume of rain in that area. We are talking about the length of sunshine. We are talking about the soil properties. We are talking about the soil fertility. We are talking about the topography of the land. So many things that encompasses the environment where you are doing it. Now, if all the environmental factor, if the soil is low in fertility, the soil is not a deep soil, it's a stony environment, it's a rocky environment, the topography is very slopy, then the rainfall in that area is not that much to support oil palm. Then if you have the best seedling, all other conditions that are environmental conditions would not allow your seedling to perform. Even if you are putting fertilizer, the palms will not be able to produce for you maximally. Now, there are some cases you can walk around here. Maybe if the rain is not enough, you can put in place irrigation and so many other things like that to augment. Now, the third point which I will be talking about is the agronomic management. Here we'll be talking about the weeding, we'll be talking about fertilizer application, we'll be talking about replacement, we'll be talking about pest control, we'll be talking about disease control, we'll be talking about pruning, all farm management activities. Now, this is also important because if you get your seedlings right, the environment is right, but you are not weeding, you are not applying fertilizer, you are not doing your replacement, you are not doing your pruning, you are not doing disease and pest control. At the end of the day, the performance of your palm will be very, very poor. Now, the essence of this is that all other factors, like the potential of your planting material, it is when you take care of it, the potential will be able to manifest. Now, weeding, for example, if you don't weed your farm and you allow bushes to take over, you are subjecting your palms to disease, to insect and pest attack. You are also subjecting them to a lack of nutrient because all those weeds will fight with nutrients with your palm, and all this put together will result into low yield on your own. So lastly but not the least, which is the fourth pillar, and I can say it's one of the most important, is the efficient your we are talking about efficient processing, and you must also have a dedicated team. Now, all in all, like this, you have a planting material that is good variety. The environment where you are doing your farm is between the best areas where oil palm perform. Maximum rainfall, maximum sunshine, the soil is good and everything is good. You are taking care of the farm. Now, all in all like this will give you good yield. Good yield. Three of this will give you good yield. Now, good yield is not enough in oil palm farming. As I've always said, as I used to tell my people on this channel, that good yield is not enough. You must process yourself. You must add value to yourself. At least you must exploit the three primary products, which is palm oil, palm kernel oil, and palm kernel cake. Now, and that is where efficient processing comes in. You must make sure that you have an efficient processing mill that will not waste your palm oil in your fiber, that will help you to extract your palm oil within the extraction rate of 18% to about 22%. So if you have this, you are good to go. And lastly but not the least, you need a dedicated team to manage all this for you. Oil palm farming is a very, very labor intensive industry, and you cannot do it alone. Without a dedicated team, you cannot go far. With this, I've come to the end of today's episode, and I hope you actually got value from today's episode. If you actually got value from today's episode, kindly give it a like, share with your friends, and drop a comment in the comment section. Before I go, I would like to tell you once again that my book, How to Build Generational Wealth Through Palm Farming in Nigeria, is still on sale. It's Nigerian best-selling oil palm farming book. First of its kind, best of its kind. It's available. You can reach out to me on the number showing on your screen via WhatsApp. It's available in soft copy and hard copy. Nationwide delivery is also available, and you can also get access to it on seller for those of us that are not in Nigeria. And for those of us who need hard copy, it can be shipped across to you nationally and internationally. And also, you can get it at Roving Night Bookshop in Lagos, Ibadan, and Abuja, Port Harcourt. Thank you for your time, and see you on the next one. Shishi.